This week's social media tip. I had a dental company that wanted to charge me over $2,000 to send me these silly signs that we can hold in our office. And it reminded me of the signs that you would put at the Coliseum to tell people to clap, the applause, you know, because people weren't smart enough to do it at that time, right? So I said, the heck with that, and I decided to be creative on my own. So let me tell you something that I know you're going to take away today that is going to blow your mind. Today I'm actually giving you a bonus. It's 2 social media tips. I work with Adobe Spark, and I love it. I take Adobe Spark, which is free, okay? And then you combine it with something called Ripl. So I was at my doctor's office just for a routine checkup. And while I'm waiting, I'm getting paid to do my social media for the office. It is that easy. So you take an Adobe Spark image, you download, it's free, they have tons of images in there, and you put a text on it, and it looks really nice. It almost looks like a designer created it. Then you go over to Ripl. All this, by the way, from your phone. I'm at the doctor's office. You go over to Ripl, and you take that same image that you created on Adobe Spark. And by the way, Martin, can I go to your Facebook, or can I bring up my Facebook page so I can show the sample?
Yeah. You want me to see
if you could set it up for me, so that way I can keep telling them about it. And then inside Ripl, it almost create like a little video, which Instagram loves. Because the video is so short, you can add music if you want to, but you don't have to. When you upload that same image to Facebook, because you don't want to do data mining like, you know, Karen really teaches that and stresses that. So you pick 2 platforms that play well with those 2 apps, and you're going to look like a creative genius. And I'm going to show you in just a moment. So
I can have to sign in.
Any questions about that? So just, well, no, R-I-P-L. R-I-P-L. Now, I believe that Ripl is only available on your smartphone. So both of these apps, Creative Spark is available on a desktop, but I think that you have to, at that point, have the package that they offer, you know, the discount that you pay once a month, which I think is the Creative Cloud, I believe. But it might be free on a desktop as well. But I love the way that once you have that Creative Spark created, now that's your starting point, that's your image. So on this image that we're about to show, I put, you know, Wake Forest Smiles, which is the practice name that my wife owns, right? And at the top, it creates a video and it brings in the image of Created Smiles. On the bottom, I put our slogan, which is Smiles Made Daily. But if you see the text and how it's put together, in 5 minutes I did this. It'll look like a designer. The beauty about this tool also is that if you don't like the animation because it drives you crazy and you feel like you put in too much video, you can make it a still image. So you can choose, even when you save it, you can go back and forth and have 2 versions on your phone. All right, so how many of you are going to start this today, all right, and create something cool? Now, next week, I'm giving you homework. When we get to you know, what did you learn? I want to hear some cool stories about how you combined Ripl with Adobe Spark. And I've done all this, by the way. This Facebook page was collecting dust. I now have over 2,000 likes. When I took it over, I only had 400. And that was about 4 years ago when I first took this class. All right, so if you scroll, Martin, all the way down, there's one of the videos I put my wife's picture. This is the one I was talking about today, so I'll move out of the way. And there's no audio, by the way. But look how the text up on top came in, almost like in video form. And if you started, once it stops, there you go. That's the true effects.
That's just a generic image that you grabbed?
This is a free image from Adobe Spark.
This woman is
yes. Random woman. Now you can put a regular picture from your own business. Okay. You could, yep, and you could delete the one that they're offering you, because they're offering you already made image. All you have to do is delete the one that they offer you and put your custom. All legal, so you're not violating any of the copyrights or anything like that. And then I just want to point out that Bill earlier today, I was sitting in the lobby and he was asking me some questions. If I could use you as an example. and I didn't have the time to tell him, but this creative stuff took me, doing it and trying to find out what's out there. You're not going to get it right away. So my goal here with this tip that we've created is to bypass all the hard work and give you some real good things that you can put into play right away that is going to boost your engagement.
Awesome.
And that's what it's all about. Thank you so much.
Great, thanks.